Alright, so I wanted to make a video about Sonic's role in the year 2022 because it appears that some things are being left in the dark. And I've noticed that there's been quite a lot of discourse over the absence of Sonic news lately. Which is true, we haven't really gotten anything since the Game Awards. But I don't think it's exactly black and white. So I'm making this video to give a full analysis of the current state of the Sonic franchise, while also giving my thoughts on if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you get notified of my future content of amazingness. And with that said, let's talk about today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. With Skillshare, you can learn new skills or you can sharpen up the skills that you already have. I just recently switched to Premiere Pro for editing, and the class Advanced Video Editing with Adobe Premiere Pro 2020 by Jordy Vanput really helped get things rolling. It's not just video editing either. They have animation, creative writing, film and video, fine art, graphic design, music, and more. Skillshare was made specifically for learning, meaning that there are no ads, and they're constantly launching new premium classes so you can stay focused on wherever the creativity takes you. Finally, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of premium membership so you can explore your creativity. Thank you for sponsoring today's video, Skillshare. Alright, so the first thing I want to cover is Sonic Origins, because that's the one that everyone is getting very anxious about. This game collection was announced almost a year ago, and we were promised information very soon, except we never got it. Not at the Game Awards, not as a shadow drop on Twitter, and not even at the Nintendo Direct. Which I consider that to be a pretty massive L to not drop a Sonic Origins trailer at the Nintendo Direct. Why? Well, because Sonic Mega Collection was actually one of the best-selling games on the Nintendo GameCube, so there are a lot of Nintendo fans who really enjoyed that collection when they were younger. On top of the Nintendo Direct and not really having much competition when it came to Sonic Origins. And that's not me saying the Nintendo Direct was bad, because it really wasn't. It was actually a really good Direct in my opinion. I mean, look, we finally got Earthbound on Switch. How can I not love that? But the games announced there wasn't anything even close to being similar to Sonic. Super Mario Strikers and Xenoblade 3 are amazing announcements, but I really doubt that those games would destroy Sonic Origins' spotlight, much less steal sales. In fact, I truly believe that marketing-wise, this was one of the best times to release a trailer because of the amount of people watching and the amount of Nintendo fans who grew up playing these games. So yeah, I consider it kinda stupid. They should have shown off this game at the Nintendo Direct. And just to clarify, I was not expecting Sonic Origins to be announced here, but I still think it's a pretty big missed opportunity. But oh well, the game will be announced one way or another. But like, when exactly? This game was supposed to be out pretty early this year. I even heard that it was supposed to be out before the movie, and considering that the movie starts airing at the end of March, it's seeming pretty sussy. So I think there's 3 ways this could go down. Number 1, it gets announced at some random event, maybe South by Southwest, but I don't really think that's going to happen. Number 2, they delay it, which would be absolutely hilarious. Like, I'm trying to envision this in my head. How exactly do you go about making a post explaining that you had to delay a Sonic game collection? If that happens, I might just stay off Twitter that day because it's just gonna be people clowning on SEGA for delaying ports that are apparently taking a year to develop. Like, I'm telling you, man, Twitter is going to be brutal, man. It's gonna be a war zone. Everybody's gonna be screaming, running around, and acting like this is the end of Sonic, which I don't think that will be the case. So I'm going to hope that this game doesn't get delayed because that would be actually tragic. Now, number 3, it could be shadow dropped, which basically means that they put an announcement for the game and then they release it shortly after. Okay, I really don't agree with this, but at the end of the day, we're still getting the game, so it is whatever. Now, if I was in Sega's position and I was about to shadow drop Sonic Origins, I would make an event that announces a release for Sonic Origins that also shows gameplay for Sonic Frontiers. Because you can show anything Sonic Frontiers related and that news will spread everywhere. So you could kinda use Sonic Frontiers as a way to promote Sonic Origins, which I think would be pretty brilliant. Would they do this though? I don't exactly know. This seems like a very unrealistic thing to happen. Now, with all of this information, a lot of people have been worried about Sonic. And I will say, it is a little scary because if Sonic Origins doesn't sell well, that will greatly lower our chances of getting a 3D Sonic collection. So I'm hoping this game succeeds because I want more collections in the future. Maybe a collection with the Sonic Adventure games and Sonic Heroes, or another collection with the boosting titles from Unleashed to Generations. Just saying, Sega, this could be your version of Super Mario All-Stars. You could have Sonic Origins, and then you can have Sonic 3D Origins. And in my opinion, that's a pretty quirky way of titling your games. But at the end of the day, Sonic Origins is not going to be the deciding factor for Sonic in 2022. Whether the game is successful or not is important, but I think most of Sonic's legacy will be held in Sonic Frontiers. If that game succeeds, every game succeeds. Not only will Sonic Origins gain great sales over time, but also, we get a really good mainline Sonic game, which we haven't seen in quite some time. But the problem with that is that we still have not seen any gameplay for Sonic Frontiers either. Now, this is going to sting, but just hear me out. All I gotta say is let's just wait patiently, because eventually they will show gameplay. When we see the gameplay, that's when we can evaluate whether we should start being skeptical of the game or not. I know it sucks, and they definitely should have shown gameplay by now, but it is what it is. Just because gameplay hasn't been shown yet doesn't mean that Sonic is going to be doomed when it comes to Origins or Frontiers. We still have time, these games could release and be straight bangers. And if Sonic Frontiers fails, I guess that sucks. We'll just have to live on with Sonic being a television character. Overall, I really hope Sega pushes Sonic Frontiers and Origins with heavy marketing when they're ready to release these games. Especially Sonic Frontiers. There were so many casuals that were very excited for this game when it got announced back in December. So it's going to be very tragic if Sega leaves those casuals hanging like that. If I had to predict when this game will have gameplay shown, I would say E3 or Summer Games Fest, which seems very far away. And it's kind of making me realize that they might have really shown this game a bit too early. Because now we have this very large gap between the announcement trailer and the gameplay trailer, and that's not really poggers. I know that Breath of Wild 2 did it, but that game has trust in being good. When Sonic Frontiers does it, it just looks like a sussy baka. And honestly, this game doesn't need to be showing new information every month. That would be nice, but if they can drop a really good gameplay trailer in late spring or early summer, and then market it all the way up to release, this game could be very successful. Will they do that? Well, I'm about to say it again, I don't know. At the end of the day, marketing or not, if Sonic Frontiers is good, it will gain a lot of sales over time. That's something that many game companies fail to understand. Good products sell better than bad products in the long run. Especially on Nintendo systems, because games over there, if they're released and they're really good, they will be talked about for years. I mean, people are still talking about Super Mario World and Ocarina of Time to this day. Those amazing games will never die, and that's why I love the Nintendo community. To end this video off on a high note, don't be worried just yet. We haven't seen enough. I know tensions are high, but everybody relax until we see gameplay. And if the gameplay is bad or extremely sussy, then by all means go complain. But until then, I'm going to continue playing Blue Hedgehog games, playing as a plumber, and catching weird creatures in these Pokeball things. Anyways, I love you guys, adios. My channel members are Speeder Light, Snicks, Archer XYZ, JNXV, Rocco MK, Wisbon 60 FPS, Saint, Sonic Cub, Thomas Winterai, Chip Chop Chop, Scape, Sonic Pip, Azure, Sonic Crash, D00D, The Squeaker Nerd, Super Shax Boom, Sonic Extreme, and Super Saiyan Sonic. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. You guys went out your way to help me, and I've been having a lot of fun making content recently, and I'm going to continue advancing, and don't worry, I'm not leaving Sonic anytime soon, but I'm going to have some other videos coming out soon. Anyways, on that note, guys, I'll see you with more content in the future. Love you guys. Adios.